Hundreds of thousands of articles and several dozens of research have established the fact that the ideas of the rich together with their habits are the things that actually set them apart from the bottom 99%. And so in today's video, we are going to talk about the 12 harsh truths that you need to know in order to become successful, to become rich in life altogether. And so if you're new here, my name is Nana. I hold a master's degree in business finance. And on this channel, we discuss everything personal finance and personal development. And so without further ado, we come to the first harsh truth, and that is the fact that most wealth actually comes from owning companies or owning capital, that is running businesses. So one of the key things that you need to know if you truly wish to become successful in life financially is to know that your 9 to 5 may probably not make you rich, and that is because it isn't enough to actually ensure that you have the requisite capital to deliver value to people, and in exchange of that value, people would give you money. So that is one of the hallmark of the ultra rich. They have access to unlimited structures and several unlimited resources that they actually deploy in order to deliver value to people, and in exchange of that value, by way of solving problems, people actually give them money. So the first thing that you need to know if you truly wish to build wealth or to become successful is to try as much as possible and then start something by way of starting a company, and that is one of the surest ways for you to become successful financially. This brings us to the second harsh truth, and that is timing, background, and opportunities actually play a very huge role when it comes to wealth creation. So let's compare someone like Warren Buffett to myself here. I'm just 28. Warren is in his mid-90s. Now, he's actually had the opportunity to take advantage of the stock market and the compound interest in the stock market by way of seeing the inception of several huge multinational conglomerates like Apple, like Microsoft, like Facebook, and all those companies. So anytime that we talk about opportunities and timing, it actually plays a massive role when it comes to wealth creation. He was able to position himself to invest in the early days Coca-Cola, the early days Microsoft, the early days Apple, and that has actually delivered several millions and possibly billions of dollars into his portfolio. So timing really plays a very massive role, as well as luck, when it comes to wealth creation, and that is what you might want to know in your journey towards the attainment of your financial goals. This brings us to the third harsh truth, and that is education really helps. So subjecting yourself to education is one of the hallmark of the ultra rich. If you truly wish to become successful financially, then you need to try as much as possible to learn things and then learn new skills that may increase your ability to become financially successful altogether. And that doesn't only come in the form of formal education by way of going to college or going to uni or pursuing a course within a university. What you can do is to actually subject yourself also to self-learning by way of reading books, listening to podcasts, and then even resorting to the direction of a coach or a mentor in life, and that can subsequently help you to actually build several character and then also amass wealth by way of getting the requisite skills and the exposure that you will need to build wealth altogether. This brings us to the fourth harsh truth, and that is saving alone will not probably make you rich, and that is simply because of the concept of inflation. So inflation actually eats into your money, and inflation, for the avoidance of doubt, is the rate at which the prices of goods and services in an economy rise over time. So holding all other factors constant, the more you save with these traditional banks, which promise you anywhere between 1 and then 2% of interest, inflation on the other hand is actually increasing the price of goods and services in the economy. So holding all other factors constant, your money is not growing at the rate at which inflation or the prices of goods and services is rising, and that is what actually plunges several millions of people into debt. According to the World Bank, there is in excess of 719 million people that are living in extreme levels of poverty, and these are some of the reasons why some of those people are actually living in extreme levels of poverty. This brings us to the fifth harsh truth of building wealth, and that is entrepreneurship actually increases your odds of becoming successful financially. And that is simply because most human beings are risk averse, in that they don't really wish to subject themselves to risk. They don't want to take on the risk when it comes to life generally. And so if you really take on that risk and you become successful, then you actually just join the 8% of people who are able to do this and then subsequently sail through the failure and all the challenges that may arise as a result of them having to pursue their financial goals. And so try as much as possible and then try and join forces with people that are exposed when it comes to entrepreneurship, and then try and then limit or mitigate your risk exposure, and then build products or services that may deliver value to people, and then in exchange of that, people would give you money, and that is how you become wealthy altogether. This brings us to the sixth harsh truth, and that is inheritance also plays a massive role. So there is a concept known as economic outpatient care, and that is the degree to which people, wealthy parents, actually hand out or give money to their wards. And that is one of the key reasons why most people are extremely rich, or they live the very affluent lives that they live. So there's one thing that you need to know. Having rich parents, like you may be thinking at this point, also plays a massive role, because it delivers not just resources, but also the opportunities, and more importantly, the exposure for you to build and then subsequently pursue your goals and to become successful altogether. This brings us to the seventh harsh truth of building wealth, and that is winning the lottery isn't a reliable path. Now, according to research, most people who actually win the lottery and become rich eventually lose it within 5 to 10 years, and that is simply because they've not developed the requisite skills and the ability to manage or to learn how to invest and to preserve the progress that they've made financially. It just came by way of luck, so they do not have the requisite abilities to actually make sure that they are perpetuating whatever wealth that they actually received as a result of winning that lottery, and that is why most people fail. And so that isn't a reliable path that you really want to subject your fortunes to. You really want to try as much as possible and then take calculated attempts, but more importantly, learn along the way and then try as much as possible to engage in things that are replicable. In that, if you're to, for instance, become wealthy by way of selling goods and services, then you know that these goods and services in the long run can actually be scaled up, and then several millions of dollars would actually follow by way of you selling more units. But how then can you actually engage in lottery and then win more? The only way you win more is to lose more. And for most people, it never happens throughout their lifetime. And so that is not a reliable path that you really want to subject your financial fortunes to. This brings us to the eighth harsh truth of becoming wealthy, and that is network and social capital also plays a massive role. So there is a concept known as the concept of a mastermind alliance that was proposed by Napoleon Hill, and he believes that no man is an island and no man, for the avoidance of doubt, is a repository of knowledge. And so in order for you to become wealthy or successful, you need to tie or join forces with actually people that are exposed in several other fields, because he believes that every human being is ignorant in whatever industry that you may actually be subjected to. And so, for instance, if you take the case of Henry Ford himself wasn't an engineer. However, he knew how to assemble the best of engineers in order to deliver by way of creating automobiles. That is the Ford industry or Ford Motors industry. And that really helped them to actually democratize the automotive industry. And subsequently, he was able to register his name in the annals of US history as one of the greatest industrialists of all time. So you don't really have to do everything on your own. You need to only join forces with people and then try as much as possible to leverage their experiences and their exposure in order to pursue and then subsequently attain your financial goals altogether. This brings us to the ninth harsh truth of becoming wealthy, and that is psychological and lifestyle costs actually exist. So before you really become wealthy, there's one thing that you need to know, that there are trade-offs that you'd have to make. There are several sacrifices that you've got to make. The early mornings and the late nights. There are even friends and family that sometimes you may not actually be able to hear from because you're so immersed in whatever goal that you may have and you may be pursuing financially. And that is the cost of ambition. Every single person out there would have to pay this. And so before you set out to actually pursue and to become financially free, these are some of the things that you need to know, that there's always a sacrifice to be made, but more importantly, you need to be conscious enough of that sacrifice and then make sure that it doesn't actually cost you that much or drag you out of your comfort zone by way of subjecting you to several unfavorable conditions as a result of you having to pursue this goal altogether. This brings us to the 10th harsh truth of becoming wealthy, and that is skills plus persistence actually beats the get-rich-quick schemes. So one of the key things that you need to know is that all the rich people out there actually built their wealth by way of subjecting themselves to several other pressures and several other failure along the way. And that is because that is the only way that you can actually get there. If you set out to achieve several great things in life, you must be rest assured that the journey is not going to be very, very smooth, that you'd have to actually take several hits along the way before you subsequently get there. But you need to, more importantly, psych yourself that come what may, or whatever the tempest or the challenges would be, you still sail through every single one of them and then build a character in order to identify and to discover the version of you that would not struggle to become successful financially. This brings us to the 11th harsh truth of becoming wealthy, and that is macro or policies by governments can actually have a very massive impact on your wealth creation altogether. So your geographic jurisdiction or several other opportunities can also actually have a very, very massive impact on your ability to become wealthy altogether. If you live in a country like the US, where entrepreneurship is actually hailed and people would actually cheer you along the line to become successful, it becomes much more easier for you to be hyped, because you're actually resorting to the law of vicarious mastery, in that you're seeing people like Elon Musk, you're seeing people like Warren Buffett, people like Jeff Bezos, people like, Larry Ellison, and all these great people building something from scratch and becoming successful as a result. However, if you're actually to find yourself in a developing country where there are not so many role models for you to actually look up to, it becomes very, very difficult for you to convince yourself and to get access to that enthusiastic support or the motivation in order for you to drive yourself towards the attainment of your goals altogether. This brings us to the 12th and the last harsh truth that you need to know if you really want to build wealth, and that is a plan plus honest metric actually beats wishful thinking. So for most people out there, they only have the goal of actually becoming rich. That is the vague goal that they have. But what you want to know instead is that Napoleon Hill goes on to actually prescribe that the goal is not enough. You need to try as much as possible and then come up with tiny actionable steps that are time bound, that can actually put some level of pressure on you and push you a step out of your comfort zone. And that is a point where you would actually be forced to actually execute in accordance with that goal. So try as much as possible to come up with a plan as to what you really need to do, probably over the next couple of months till the year ends, or next year, month by month or quarter by quarter, like I do. What is it that I'm going to do? How many books am I going to read? How much do I have to save on a weekly basis? What are the things that I need to purchase? What other subscriptions can I actually buy in order to increase my ability to learn new stuff and then subject myself to education, which is also one of the hallmark of the ultra rich. So all these are things that you can do, or plans that you can come up with, but try as much as possible not to draw plans that will drag you out of your comfort zone altogether, or plans that are outside your ability or your scope of competence. And that is one of the easiest ways for you to actually become financially free. And so if you found value in this video, kindly smash the like button and then consider subscribing, because I'll be shooting several videos down the line on personal finance and personal development altogether. And so thank you for spending time with us, and see you in the next video.